And so now we have pretty much explored the entirety of this area. How many secrets have I cleared through? I have found 6. The only 2 secrets that remain are for the 2 collectible dolls in this level. So we are about clear with this level. I mean this area, so we can move on. And there's another suit of armor which we don't need. Some health. And the second of our 2 weapons that we're getting in this segment. Of course, based on the assumption that this level will be 1 segment long. It might not be. But anyways, this is the heavy assault rifle. Obviously a far cry from the machine gun from Doom 3. Wait. Oh yeah, switches over here. Alright, so we go in there, and then trigger the airlock, and then out here we're going to be pretty much attacked as soon as this door opens, because, yeah, that thing. Yeah, this thing is pretty much just your standard machine gun, really. I don't think it serves much more of a purpose. I mean, by itself, of course, you've got to also consider that there are mods. And the plasma gun is pretty much what you would expect from a plasma gun. I mean, shoots rapid fire plasma blasts, and so it's kind of nice like that. So to have 2 of these rapid fire weapons in quick succession is actually not too bad. And that is the Berserk pickup, which is the only way you can actually use your fists in this game. Because otherwise you have to melee with either your, like, you can't just immediately switch over to the fists. I think that's the point that I'm trying to make. Oh shit. That was excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and reload that. The other thing with the Berserk pack, as you may have seen there, is that it actually speeds you up so that you can get to the enemies quicker to perform those glory kills. I just kind of took that momentum into a jump and found that there was way too much of it. Also, how the hell am I supposed to throw this grenade? Because I kind of really need to do that. What is it? Use equipment. Left control. Alright. Or is it... Wait. It did say mouse 5. So... Hang on. I gotta find this out now. Alley-oop. Okay, sweet. Very easily accessible on my mouse, so that's a nice little thing to have. Instead of having to go down to the left control button. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach this on this second attempt. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the thing now, because I want to get rid of this guy with the shield, because otherwise he is very difficult to get rid of because of that shield. And that's actually one of the reasons, now that I think about it, why I got the stun bomb. Because it's basically like an EMP, and will shut down that shield very quickly. Which will then give you the opportunity to get rid of him as quickly as possible. Aside from that, and the fact that he uses like a shotgun of some variety, he's actually not much different from the other possessed soldiers. I think they do have a name, which you should be able to see that, because when you kill an enemy for the first time, you will receive like a bit of data pad thing like about that enemy, because that's actually the second new enemy we've encountered in this level, because the first one was that weird fella that looked like he was on fire. Again, I can't remember the exact name of that, but he is one of the type of possessed, and he's meant to be the kamikaze, like suicide bomber type thing, because it's like a tank of like gas or something like that. Kind of like if he's like a welder or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, so that area is now done and dusted. Now, in order to progress, we want to get up into this room here, because there's a control panel there, and as you can see, the little marker there. There are 2 ways to get up there. You can either take the elevator over there, or you can go in this direction. And this is the direction I want to go, because this is going to take me to one of the collectible dolls in this level. It's just over here. And surprisingly, my throat has not torn itself open yet. At least I'm not experiencing any sort of pain. But yeah, there's the first of them. Very much similar in looks to the classic guy we saw earlier. But this guy is called Doom Guy. Named after our actual Doom Guy. So that's meant to be the proper Doom Marine sort of chibi version. But yeah, open this up and it'll bring us down into this. And so we now have to take this dead body, which surprisingly does not have that much blood on it. So it's probably just a broken neck or something. Oh, there's a little bit of blood on the panel there. But yeah, that takes our missing satellite
I'm
dish.
blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
Yeah, takes the dish and realigns it so that we can get our information, and only to have that arsehole take it off us. Yeah, Hayden is a jerk. He is kind of a jerk. You'll find this over the course of the playthrough, but he does do nice things for you, so he's a bit of a mix of both worlds, I guess. And oh, hello. I kind of forgot that these enemies kind of ambush you on your way out. Oh, hello. Yeah, I kind of have to remember that I don't have that double jump capability just yet. Because if I did have the double jump capability, I could have used that second jump to get up onto that. Instead, I have to go all the way up. You can just kind of piss off. You're going to fall off? Yes! Fell off the thing. Okay. And you might actually think that there is a secret over there. That's where, that's like near the start of the level. I've actually tried this. I actually come back here with the boots and tried this out. There's nothing there. There's just an invisible wall that kills you. So not much point in actually having a look over there. So all that's left to do is to grab out whatever I need from here and then just move on. Oh crap, in a basket. Okay. Yeah. You gotta get around. Yeah, you gotta get around behind him as well. So they are very arseholeish to get rid of. Because the thing is, those shields are actually pretty OP. I've thrown like a frag grenade at them, and it hasn't actually done much to them. So that's how you know how broken those fucking things are. Yeah, there's my favorite. That's my favorite glory kill on a possessed, just a regular possessed. Just rip his arm off and smack him over the head with it. Kind of reminds me of a fatality I think Jax had in one of the MK games. He just ripped their arms off and smashed them. And smashed the opponent with them. That might have been an overly loud thing. That, oh, hello. No, we don't want a pistol to deal with these guys. Okay, now I believe there's another shield fellow in here somewhere. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I think he's just around here, actually. I think the shield guy, yeah, I can see him. Okay. Fire. There we go. You just got to have a strategy for getting rid of all the enemies, and you should be about right. I mean, obviously, they can kind of pull a fast one on you and screw you over, but aside from that, once you have the strategy, they shouldn't... Like, you should be able to get rid of them most of the time. So... Anyways, here we have the third and final elite guard of the level, and here we just have a random ammo crate. It will fill you up with whatever ammo that you need. So it's not just some random assortment. It will give you... like, if you're maxed out on a certain ammo, you will not receive that kind of ammo. So it will always give you kinds of ammo that you will need. Come on. Get rid of it. Took his head off. That works. That was always going to be a frag grenade sort of thing to happen there. Where's the imp? I thought there was an imp here. I guess he was in amongst the rest of that group when the grenade went off. Okay. Alright, we're about done with the level here, so last thing we need to do is head up here to find the second collectible doll. It's just over here. And I believe that if we check the tab key, let me just check to see what his name is. I believe it is Bronze Guy. Is it Bronze Guy? Come on. There we go, Bronze Guy. And then if we look up here in tab, yeah, the only thing that's left to pick up is the Argent Cell, which is right there. And we're about to find out what they do.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
Okay, let's go ahead and grab it. Okay, so Argent cells actually increase the capacity of certain, well, your health, armor, and ammo, of course. With this, if you max out, your health will go up to, like, each level that you go up with health, you get 25. I believe armor's the same thing, and ammo, I think it's just respective to each of the weapons, but they will all, the capacity on those will all increase at the same time. I'm going to invest a couple of Argent cells into health first up, because that's obviously the most vital thing in this game.
Pure Argent energy has taken into your system. It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
That dialogue is really quiet.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. A, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Yeah, that dialogue should not have been that quiet, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to just take the time to increase the volume on that one separately. Oh well, I do believe that gives us 100% for this level. Indeed it does. And do I want to do these? I will actually point out that these items are actually, these subsections of the Praetor suit are actually accessed by, like they weren't accessible until I had to do something else. I believe the power-up, you had to, like for the, I don't know if I can bring this up. For the power-up effectiveness, I needed to collect a power-up to unlock it, and for dexterity, I believe you needed to collect at least like 3 or 4 weapons, but at the moment I've got 4 weapons, so, and that's not including the chainsaw. Okay, so with that out of the way, we may now exit our facility. I believe Vega does have something to say to us at the start of the next level, so we will, and we'll have something to do with the combat here, by the way. So I guess we'll just open this up and see what we are looking at. So here's our next stop. We're in the foundry. And kind of obviously got to sort our shit out here. That's kind of what we want to avoid here. That's the point. Alright, Vega, have you got anything to say? No? Are you sure? Yeah, here we go.
After running more diagnostics on the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
That tracker... Oh, hang on.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Yep, that's cool. Are we done with our voice comms? Okay, cool. That tracker that Vega mentioned is in the top right corner of the screen in the form of those 5 triangles. The more enemies we kill, the more triangles will be filled up, and for each triangle filled up, well, there's a circle around each triangle, that will net us another weapon upgrade point. We're probably going to get 5 on each area, because I like to kill just about everything I possibly can, and it's usually in your best interest to do so anyway, especially now that you can actually get rewarded for it. So we will discuss about that and other things in the Foundry next segment, so see you for that.